not getting too far ahead of ourselves. This is the magic of the present moment, is that when we start to get too far ahead of ourselves, we start to disconnect with what we truly wanted in the first place. If you want to love someone, or if you feel like you truly want to love someone, you're already doing it. And there's nothing that you can do to make that love come true. All it is the truth is that you can't make anything make that love come true. Why? Because ultimately, the true love is already true. It's already existing. Everything has already come into its effect. Everything has already come into its place. Everything is already destined to be achieved. And this is why when we start to try and it's not even when we start to try, we get confused and we feel that we have to make that happen. And all we're simply doing is, if you can imagine like a path, and it's already built, and essentially you're trying to jump in on the path before the path opens for you to jump in on. Now, the truth is that if we start walking a path that isn't meant to be already, we must question what made us enter that path first. What made us go onto the path before we were meant to go on? And the simple answer is desire. We desire, and this goes back to ultimately the birth of our ego, is that a while ago we were built or enhanced to perceive something that isn't good for us. And this is where we can come back to, is that we can understand that as long as we desire something, we are essentially being fooled. Because if it's true, it will naturally be. And wisdom teaches that truth will be, and it will always be. So why do we desire something that may be truthful to us? And this is where we're getting tricked, is that if it's going to happen, it will happen. It will naturally happen. It will naturally unfold. It will become truth to us. And this is the art of acceptance, is that we're accepting our reality. We're accepting our truth. And most importantly, we're giving the ultimate love through acceptance. We're accepting and loving the truth of our reality. And this is part of the humanity's sickness, is that we desire. We're beings of desire. And anyone who says that desiring something is good for the heart is distorted, because desire isn't good for the heart. Because if any desire that isn't going to be truthfully actioned within reality will form disappointment. And it's this disappointment which has then the potential to create hurt and harm and disgust. So the desire in our lives is essentially sickness. And the truth of our beings will naturally blossom into the gold that which they are, and which their divine love is sourced upon. We are ultimately beings of truth, and the truth will always come into our existence. And that's why we can't go and leave our truth of our moment to go and desire or try and create the truth to unfold, because it will unfold. All we need to do is fight within this present moment. And that isn't to say, oh yeah, I want to desire to be the best rapper or the best singer, or that isn't desiring. That's becoming true to our nature, because everything is destined for a certain existence. And if that existence is going to be true for us, well then you've got to fight in this moment to make it happen. And so these people who become true figures of themselves, it's not a sense of desire. It's a sense of knowing. It's a sense of understanding what they're capable of and actually making it happen. It doesn't come to desire. Desire is like having excuse my language, but desiring something that isn't true to our nature. We just become destined to disappointment and failure and hatred and just toxic vibrations.